the channel and welcome to a bass fishing session. I think this is actually the first bass vid in quite a while.
Yeah, well certainly together, haven't we? So it's we've been having a play on Google Earth. We found this mark that we think potentially looks like it could be a bit bassy. We'll come down a little bit earlier on, check it out, see what it looked like at low water. It looks rather interesting. We're going to fish it on the flood and just see just see if there's any bass here, hopefully.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed. Yeah, we'll give it a go.
Yeah, we've not fished this mark before. We'll hopefully be doing some boat fishing this week, but the weather, we literally couldn't have picked a worse week to be away. But luckily for us, we're not relying just on the boat fishing, so we're come to explore a new mark. The weather, we'll apologise in advance because the rain and wind is absolutely horrendous. We've got a little bit of a very quiet window at the minute, but I imagine as the time goes on, some of this footage is just going to be done out of the phone in the pouring rain, so apologies in advance. Anyway, in terms of gear, what are you thinking? What sort of lures are you?
Well, it's quite calm at the minute, and I'm just looking out there now, and you can see there's quite a lot of bird activity diving. So there's obviously bait fish there. So I think, because we had a look at this mark earlier on, it looks shallow, reefy, your standard bass terrain that you want to be aiming for. So, well, I can see water breaking around rock structure now. So I'm going to start with top water. And just pull some top water lures, flick some top water lures, and just walk them in and around these rock structures. Because obviously the water's not that deep really here. Try that first. So I've got my here. So I'm just going to start with the old trusted Pachenko. So really good top water lure. Looking at the water quality there, it does look a bit, just put that rod back over there. It does look a bit milky in places. So what I might do, which I normally do find that can fish quite well, is switch to a white chappie. So white chappie is like, it's a bit more of a bulbous really lure, but this, it creates a lot more disturbance in the water, where a patcha kind of just nicely glides across. This thing's more like erratic and really, heavy rattles in there. But also with it being white as well, in this colour water, I normally find that this can be a really good lure to replace other than the patch. So
yeah, and does that cast well?
It doesn't cast as well as the patch, but looking when we come down to your low water where we're going to be casting into, we're not going to have to cast far here. And looking at the gradient of the beach, distance is not going to be an issue here, I don't think so. No, but it certainly doesn't cast as good as a patch, but you still get them out easy enough. Yeah, so I'll flick between them two, and then if I get a bit of confidence, I'll go subsurface, but I don't know, probably seekers or pencils or something like that. Just at a bit more range, just see. So let's have a look what we got here. So pencils, they always just tangle up together, don't you? So got them in all sorts of different shapes, well, not shapes, different colours. This one by far I find is the most productive one, which is the motor oil one. Really good. I've only got one left though, so I'm very reluctant to put it anywhere where I might lose it. So I don't know whether I'll be using that, but I will try some pencils a bit later on. And then on top of that, I've got a good collection of seekers. I mean, these things are so versatile. They really are. They'll pick anything out, one of these. And like I say, I might punch a couple of these at distance and just see if there's anything a bit further out. But yeah. And obviously I've got a few soft plastics there as well, your Savage Gear stuff. If it does fish and that light starts dropping a bit, I might switch to a paddle tail and slow it down, but yeah, just give it a go and just see if there's anything out there.
Yeah, definitely. So gear wise, what you rods, reels, braid?
Yeah, so oh my god, it's tangled in. They've got it. So rod, it's me tail walk, so it's really nice light rod, really like using this. Reel wise, I've had to switch to 4,000 Sahara. It's just my little backup reel. My Stratic I normally use is in dry dock at the moment. The bearing's gone on it, and I've had a bit of a nightmare trying to get a replacement. So I've got one, it's coming the post. When I get home it'll be there and I'll swap it out. Braid is the same braid I'd use on both, so that is £20 Berkeley Whiplash 8, running straight down, and then I've got maybe 2-3 foot, well, 2 foot of a leader straight onto just a bait clip, and then obviously just your lure at the end, and that's it basically.
Yeah. My setup's pretty much the same. Tail walk rod, I think this is a, what is it? 8'7". It's rated 5 to 24 gram. It's incredibly light. Shimano Vanquish. I think that's Suffix 832, either 8 pound. Exactly the same as a couple of fluoro leader, FG knot, and a little mini. I think they're mini breakaway clips. That I mean, we've both used various, and I find that they're definitely the ones to use.
Yeah, just simple and solid.
Aye. Yeah. So, yeah, mixture of surface, subsurface, and we'll see if we can get any fish, avoid the rain, and hopefully bring you some footage in whatever shape or form that ends up being.
Yep.
So let's go.
Let's get out there.
Right, so within minutes it's quite evident that it's probably a little bit too much movement on the top for top water, so I'm going to change. You're putting a seeker on.
Yeah.
I'm going to change to some sort of shallow diving plug. Something like a tackle house feed shallow. I'm going to go for that particular pattern. What are you putting on a seeker?
Just a white seeker. Sails out.
So cover a couple of bases. Gary will obviously be able to cast a lot further with a seeker than I can with this. But these move a little bit of water, they've got a lovely action to them. We'll see. There it is there. That's a feed shallow 105, 16 gram. I find these are better than the longer, the longer feed shallow is a brilliant lure, but these cast a little bit better, I find. So let's get it out. Right, so I'm not really feeling that subsurface plug. Oh, I picked the wrong box, so no, I haven't. So I'm going to go to a similar to a pencil. Guess it's Weston's version. So this is a Weston Sandy Andy. That's a fixed one. See, it's had a few fish. It's a bit battered. Casts very well, swims lovely, got a lovely reflection on it. I think that's 18 grams, something like that. So we'll stick that on and see if we can pull something out. Cracking goldy colours on these Scottish bass. Just took the patch straight off. Let's give my hand back. Cool. Look at the colours on that. Absolutely fantastic. Nice one, that. Cracking colours on them, like, haven't they?
Very gold, aren't they?
Yeah. Fantastic.
There we have it. Little bass. So, yeah, really pleased with that. It was slapping away at the lure. I think it was holding out in there, and every cast I seemed to come across a certain point and it was slapping at the lure and missed it. And then I think it's the same fish, but anyway, it nailed it. But there's definitely a few fish here. We're getting a lot of interest, so it's all good sport. But let's get this back.
Oh, it's not. It's a big sea trout. Well, we weren't banking on that, were you? Do you want us to get your rod? Yeah, chuck us your rod. That is a cracking sea trout, that.
Right, and there we have it. I was not expecting that. That is an absolute stonking sea trout. Took a seeker really close in, convinced it was a bass, big thump and take, and lo and behold, whoop, it's a flighty sea trout. That's definitely a PB on the lures for a sea trout for me. I've only ever had them really small, so absolutely over the moon with that. Brilliant stuff.
There we are, another beautiful bass on the patch 140. Cracking gold colours on it. Absolutely stunning. Little schoolie just on a red and black seeker. Lone Summer seeker. We'll get him back. These little schoolies just want that black and red seeker, they're absolutely nailing it. Get him unhooked, get him back. Quick heel shower. Little schoolie on the Western Sandy Andy. Another bass, and he has absolutely nailed that Sandy Andy, so try and get that to big. Yeah, nice fish, much lighter in colour. Well, that's the end of the video, and firstly apologies that it was completely sort of, I don't know what the right words are, haphazard, piecemeal in terms of some of the footage. It was just the weather was so bad, it was impossible to get any sort of decent footage at times, so apologies about that, but hopefully you still enjoyed it. It was a really enjoyable week, fishing wise. Me and Gary got to get out and caught quite a few bass. We got quite a few that we didn't get on camera. I just sometimes enjoy going fishing and just having a bit of crack, really. But we enjoyed the Dromore small boats competition as well. That was really good. It was a steep learning curve last year, but we managed third this year, which was really good. We finished with 23 species. There was a few fish we couldn't catch, like a lawns and a thorny, but that's just fishing. So really good week. If you've got a small boat, definitely get involved with that. Thanks to Jay and Russ who ran it, really good, and congrats again to Terry and Team Life O'Reilly and James and Neil on Naughty Lass. So we'll definitely be doing that again next year, and for now I've got as long as my car plays ball, which at the minute it feels like it might not. That's the joys of owning a Land Rover. I am planning a little road trip onto the Isle of Mull, mainly to just check it out, but I will be taking the fishing gear, so never know, might hopefully get a video or two out of that, depending on how the weather and the car shapes up. So anyway, that's it for now. We hope you've been out and about getting a few. Thanks as always for watching, it is appreciated. Tight lines, keep fishing, we'll see you soon.